Hey everybody, I'm back. I know I took a day or so off. Coming to you live, come on in today. Today is Friday. I want to say happy Friday. I hope everybody had a wonderful day and will have a wonderful weekend. So today, just do you. Hey Edward, just do you. So I have a question for you because this was on my mind. Why do you really care about what other people think? Just do you. Hey Eddie, hey Diane. Just be yourself. Do you. Right? Hey Eddie, why do we care what other people think? The people that matter to you the most, they won't be worried about what you're wanting to do, what you're wanting to accomplish. They will support you. And if they don't, here is my 2 cents. Do it anyway. If it's something that you're passionate about, if it's something that you're really wanting to do it. Do it anyway. Do it even when you don't have the support. If it's really in your heart to do it. I have seen people in my corporate career, I've seen people and talked to people who really want to go for a promotion, really want to step out and work on a different project, really wanted to take a class to learn something new. And a lot of times they were scared to do it because they were worried about what everybody else was going to think about them for wanting to get that promotion, for wanting to learn something new, wanting to get on another project. It doesn't matter. And here's the thing to think about. For the people that you're worried about what they think, most of the time when they do something or something they want to do, they won't even consult with you. They will just do it anyway, in spite of. Exactly. So Eddie says, people suffering from a perpetual identity crisis that causes people to do things based on someone else's false expectations. That is so true. Hi, Jeffrey. Figure out, I'm going to tell you this. Figure out what your purpose is. Figure out what your passion is. And I'm going to save this for another time, but what I've learned for me is that my passion is also wrapped up in my purpose. But I first had to figure out what my purpose was. And there were years where I didn't want to figure out what my purpose was because I thought it was going to be boring. Who are you, Eddie? And, but it left clues for me. If I go back and think about all the way back to when I was in junior high and all the way up to now, I've been working my purpose. Your purpose doesn't have to be boring. And I did it in spite of. What anybody thinks. I got into the field that I got into because that's what I wanted to do, not based on what anybody else wanted me to do. When I decided I wanted to work at a particular company, I went out and sought that job at that particular company because that's what I wanted to do, in spite of what anybody else thought. You know the people in your life. You know the people in your life who will support you no matter what it is that you want to do. You know that. And you know the people who don't. Deep down inside, you know when it's something you truly want to do that's in your heart to do, you know who you can go and tell that to. And you know the ones you can't. Because you know everybody is not going to be happy with everything that you do. They're not going to be happy for you in everything that you do. When you want to start your own business, you know the people who are going to support you, and some of the people who you thought were going to support you didn't. They weren't happy for you just because they felt they were stuck where they were. But it's all up to us to figure out what it is that we truly want to do and just go do it. I will give you a clear-cut example. There are some things, and my mother and my father, they support me in 99% of things that I do. But there are some things that I know they won't support me on. And you know what? I do it in spite of, because this is my life. This is my life. And this is for me to fail or succeed. So in the things that I didn't tell them about and I did it anyway, I told them afterwards. And I was actually able to accomplish some of those things. Even if I failed, I told them afterwards. And guess what? They loved me in spite of. They loved me in spite of whatever it was I was trying to do. Because guess what? My mom told me a long time ago, you can be and do whatever you want to. As long as you put your mind to it, be and do whatever it is that you want to. You got one life. You got one life. Do not live with regrets. Do it. Just do it. And guess what? People, just think about this. And I said this before. People in your life, not everybody is going to stick around in your life, but there are some that will stick with you to the end, and you know who those are. And it could be family members, it could be friends, it could be cousins, whoever. It could be co-workers, it could be colleagues that you meet. They will stick with you to the end, and they will support you more than some of the people that you know, some of the people that you grew up with, some of your own family members. Do it in spite of. That's right, Eddie. Ownership of your life is divine possession of his promise. Guess what? Amen to that. The other piece of that is find out what your purpose is. Find out what your purpose is. Your purpose. I'm going to give you a clear-cut example. I'm going to talk about me. And I said I wasn't going to talk about this because, ladies, this will be a topic for our women's show. Okay? I know what my purpose is. I didn't want to own up to what my purpose was because I always thought that my purpose would be boring and that God wouldn't approve if I didn't like my purpose and I thought it was boring. But guess what? Let me give you a clear-cut example. People, since I was in junior high school, people would always come to me and just start telling me their problems. Junior high school, people would call me at nighttime and just tell me their issues. And I would solve their issues. I would work it through with them. And I would always go to mom and say, why are these people calling me? Why do these people feel so open and trust me with the story of their lives? Why do they do that? And granted, I am big on confidentiality. I wouldn't tell a soul what was going on with the next person. I have a psychology degree. So let's fast forward to a few years ago. Some of you know my age because we're around the same age. But I got a psychology degree because for some reason I loved helping people. Hey, Tim. I love helping people. Hey, Tyrone. I love helping people solve their problems. And I'm not talking about business. I'm talking about personal issues. I got a psychology degree because I was always thinking about, why do people do the things that they do? What are they thinking in their minds to make them take the action that they take? Guess what? I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a certified counselor. I don't claim to be any of those. Hey, Evelyn, I actually went into human resources. So I have 20 plus years of human resource management and consulting experience. Guess what I was doing? Not only was I working on projects, people at work would come to me with their personal issues. Because 9 times out of 10, if you think about it, when people are having issues on the job, it's behind something that's going on personal in their lives. And I was able to help them do that. And so that is my purpose. Now, I had to figure out what my passion is. So if you start thinking about this, just think about it. And I truly believe your purpose is not boring. Your purpose is what God has put in you to help others. We are all here to serve, right? So think about that. And so I have been able to really realize what one of my biggest passions is. And it's wrapped up in my purpose. So now, not only am I helping people, but I'm going to help them in a different way. I am going to start helping people by telling my story, by opening up and be the first one to share my story and share my experiences in hopes. And I know this will work because I've been doing this for a while without truly realizing this. And it just, boom, it's just like an epiphany. If I can open up and share my experiences and share my story, then I know if I can just touch one person to let them know they are not alone and they can do the same thing too, and it will release that hold and that power that it has on them, and they can begin to heal that wound. And those wounds, that's success for me. That's success for me. And guess what? I didn't consult with anybody to see if this was the right thing for me to do. This was in my heart, and this is my passion. Hey, Rashawn. And this is my passion, and I'm going to work it, whether anybody approves or not. So I just wanted to share that with everybody. Do you, whatever it is on your heart to do, whatever it is, whether it's to travel, whether it is to get a promotion on a job, whether it's to go back and get education and a certification, to learn something new, to start your own business, whatever it is in your heart and your mind to do that is going to progress you to the next level. Hey, Clarence, do it. Because those that truly are in your corner are going to be in your corner whether you want to or not. Whether you want them to or not. They're going to love on you whether you want them to or not. And if you're scared about what other people think, do it anyway. Do it anyway, and then you can tell them after you've succeeded. That's how you remedy that. But don't be scared to do it. And that's all that I had to say on this Friday. I didn't mean to preach, but it's something I just want to get off of my chest. Just do it. Do it in spite of. And I have my good friend on here, Roshan. She knows the stuff that we have been through. She knows to the end of time that whatever she decides to do, I'm going to support her, and she has been in my corner as well, and the same. And we have had friends friends who we knew that we couldn't tell certain things to because we knew that they were not going to be happy for us, right? And we did it in spite of, because this is our life. And once we're gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get a do-over, right? So I've said enough. Yes, Clarence, you said plenty, Queen, and we'll receive even though I'm late. Clarence, watch the replay. I said a lot today, and I know this is Friday. Everybody, I hope you have a great weekend. Hey, Desi, I hope you have a great weekend. I love all of you. Just wanted to come and get that off my chest tonight. And I will talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.